Hey, so I'm at one of the music schools where I teach, and I posted a picture earlier today, but I wanted to give you a rundown of my travel electric violin setup that I've been using to teach across 4 schools as I'm traveling instrumental music teacher this year. So I love this kit because it's pretty small. It's all USB chargeable, and the USB charges last a pretty long time. So the first thing is my Yamaha YEV. I really love this violin, but any electric violin that you have will work in this setup. And this is not a performance setup. It is not a gigging setup. It is not a recording setup. It is a classroom teaching setup. So I think that's important to mention because I'm not lugging around a preamp or any kind of pedals or anything. This is just for me to quickly get into a classroom and lead and teach. So any electric violin that you are using for that will do. I got a wireless system. I really love the Fender Telepath. It was pricey, but it stays charged for 8 hours, which is really important when I'm teaching because I cannot afford to have things sort of go out when I'm teaching. So it's got the blue is the receiver, the black is the one that you plug into your violin, and it sends the signal. It's really easy USB-C charging, so I'm just going to turn it on, and then turn it on, and when both are enacted, that means they're good. Really like how this is fitting into most of my violins because it's flexible, and so it can fit on the side or the back. It's really, really comfortable, and it's great because there's no annoying cord or anything to trip over, and I'm super clumsy. Next piece of this kit that I love, oh, here's Moo. Say hi to Moo. We all love Moo. Next piece of this kit is this Spark Mini amp. I love this thing now. I didn't always love it, but I'll tell you a little bit about it. It is another USB charge. It has quite a lot of power. It has Bluetooth pairing. It has headphones out and it has aux in. So you can plug in, if you know you're using a dedicated audio player, you can plug that in for backing tracks or whatever, but you can also Bluetooth it, which is what I end up doing with my iPad or my phone. Now, I turn this thing on, and on the top you've got sort of your 3 settings here. You have your voices for your different sort of amp settings. These you set in the phone. Now, the thing about this amp that super frustrated me when I first got it was it didn't have like a clean tone. So I had to like go on my phone and really work with that because it just assumes guitarist and kind of wanting that crunch, which I have one of those on because the kids do love it and they're really curious about what that does. But it's of course not how I want to be like teaching everything. So I was able to design a clean tone that I use in sort of the custom setting. You can redesign all the tones. It just takes a minute and it's in the app. Then you've got your instrument setting and you have your music setting, which is the setting for your aux in or your Bluetooth tracking. And then of course you have your input, and that is where I'm going to place my receiver. And again, it's very flexible, which I super love. And then I'm ready, and this is the volume at middle, and this is the clean preset that I have. Now, like I said, this is not recording ready. This is not the most beautiful tone in the world, but for classroom teaching, for things like call and response, for leading play-alongs, for, I have mixed instrumental groups. My teaching situation is very eclectic this year. So I have 2 clarinets, a trumpet, and 8 violins. And this really helps because it kind of cuts through the noise. Kids can play along with me as I'm teaching them things. And I don't have a trumpet or a clarinet anymore. I donated those instruments when I stopped teaching public school music 12 years ago. So having this to be loud enough to teach those wind and band instruments was great. And like I said, there is sort of the crunch, which is quite a lot louder. And the kids really get a kick out of that. But why am I showing you this today? I really wanted to show you this because I think when classroom teachers are getting started, it's like, oh, well, where do I begin? How do I do electric violin easily with the other things that I need to do? And I think the great thing about this setup is that it's really portable. It's easy USB charging, so it's convenient to keep powered up. All of these batteries can last, all these devices can last a full classroom day. So that's super useful. And it allows you to, kind of get the kids curious and engaged in electric instruments without much disruption of your classroom. I've been using my different electric violins and bringing them throughout the year, and my kids are still playing. It's not causing a lot of disruption because they're used to seeing me with an electric violin. So it also normalizes a little bit this idea that our instruments can do lots of different things. So I wanted to show you that today. Cost-wise, I think the amp, the little Spark Mini, was $100 when I bought it a couple years ago. The Fender, I think, was around $200 or so it's like $300. And then depending on your electric violin, if you go budget and get a $200 or $300 electric violin, then you can have like a nice amplified setup. You could get a instrument, I use a MySci on my acoustic sometimes through this same setup. So you can also get an instrument mounted pickup. And again, tone is sort of not my super key consideration, as long as it is audible and decent for my classroom teaching. That is really my concern. So if you were concerned with something else, then you could plug this into a preamp and then wire your preamp into the Spark Mini. That's certainly an option depending on your needs and what you're looking for your class. But hopefully this helped you out in getting a basic setup going for your school. You could maybe write a grant or do a GoFundMe to get that sort of going if that's out of your personal budget range or out of your school's budget range. But it has been really successful for me this year in getting my students motivated, playing, and listening. And I only see all of them a half hour a week in the company I'm working with. So I have extremely limited time, and this has definitely been a big motivator and a big help. So hopefully it helps you out too.